Thanks so much, Kristen. We start with newly released lapel video showing a young boy confess to police that he saw his dad right here light a homeless man on fire. We want to warn you, the video you're about to see is graphic. Police responded to the gruesome scene last month. Investigators say a couple threw fireworks at a homeless man who was sleeping on a sidewalk, setting him on fire. Surveillance video of a purple SUV leaving the scene led police again and again to 31-year-olds Joshua Benavides and Irene Enriquez. Both denied involvement, but police say Benavides' 10-year-old son told a different story. Listen.
We didn't know for that to happen, and he meant to just kind of scare the guy.
Who did?
No, when we did that.
Yeah.
My dad.
So police say the 10-year-old and two other kids were also in the SUV at that time. The couple was arrested and is facing child abuse, aggravated battery, and tampering with evidence charges.
Time is now 2 minutes past the hour. More businesses are moving into and expanding in Albuquerque. Commercial real estate experts say it's an indicator that people are feeling better about the economy, and it also could mean more variety for shopping and dining.
Albuquerque is a market for growth for Chick-fil-A.
Despite studies that show a lot of people are moving out of New Mexico, Chick-fil-A is set to open 4 new locations before the end of the year in the metro. Mark Cook, who owns the Paseo del Norte store, says research shows when his company takes a bigger bite out of the market, there's an upsize in business everywhere.
As we penetrate a market with more stores, after about an 18-month period, we really begin to see all the stores grow.
And other retailers look at that when they're looking at coming into the market, is how many locations does Chick-fil-A have?
And Jim Downtis says there's promise in Albuquerque. CBRE's recent study on retail development in the metro shows existing empty retail space being taken over by new companies and existing ones who want to expand. One of the biggest contributors to the decline in vacancy, the new Icon Theater in southeast Albuquerque. While there are still space available signs scattered around, Downtis says there's even interest in filling the empty Kmart buildings, like the one in Rio Rancho. What does that mean for the average person? Choices.
Absorption of space means new retail, means stronger restaurants, new restaurants coming to the market, which gives people variety, which they enjoy.
Downtis says we're still a little behind in new development compared to other parts of the country, but there is activity there too, like the plaza at Enchanted Hills in Rio Rancho, which will boast several big box stores. He says the keys to continued growth, jobs and new homes.
It's very good to see space being filled in the core part of Albuquerque, but as we want to see the market expand and those retailers expand, what really drives that expansion is jobs and income.
CBRE says Southwest Albuquerque has the lowest amount of retail space per household. Downtis says businesses are beginning to notice that, though, and are responding with new development.
We turn on to news happening today. We could learn more about former President Jimmy Carter's cancer diagnosis. He is expected to speak with media about his illness later today. Last week, Carter revealed doctors discovered cancer had spread through his body. The finding came after the 90-year-old underwent surgery to remove a mass from his liver. Also new this morning, scientists at MIT say they figured out how the obesity gene works, which could lead to treatment for overweight people. The gene known as FTO has long been known to be connected to obesity. Now scientists say it is a faulty version of the gene that makes energy from food turn into fat instead of being burned off. Now there are studies being done on mice that show it can be reversed. Scientists say the discovery proves that some obese people don't get that way simply from eating too much and not exercising.
Breaking overnight, Rochester, New York police are investigating a deadly shooting this hour. Authorities say at least 3 people were killed, 7 others were hurt. Police say at least 3 of those people are on advanced life support this morning. Police say shots rang out last night after a basketball game at a local Boys and Girls Club. Right now, police believe it was a drive-by. 4 men are in trouble this morning after Albuquerque police say they ransacked homes in northeast Albuquerque and Rio Rancho. Joshua Smith, Jacob Thompson, Robert Rivera, and Joanne Ogilvie are accused of finding open houses, or I should say houses with open garage doors. APD says the group stole anything they could get their hands on, including a couple of cars, one of which had gun and ammunitions in it.
We turn out to this. The FAA is now investigating the crash that killed the pilot of this vintage T-28 Navy plane. The plane crashed on Friday a few minutes after taking off from the Las Cruces airport. The pilot, 64-year-old David Tokoff, died at an El Paso hospital Tuesday night. The passenger was also hurt, but it's not clear the severity of their injuries. This morning, a New Mexico man is facing charges in Arizona after police say he left half a dozen dogs in his truck in the desert heat for up to 2 days. Yesterday, James Hutchinson was parked outside a hotel in Tucson where someone called and reported the dogs. When the Pima County Sheriff's Department arrived, they found 2 dogs inside the truck where it was 102 degrees inside. Another interesting fact, the side of the truck has a Roswell pet kennel listed on it. Police think he worked there at one time. The window of the truck was down only a few inches. The dogs were dehydrated, but they're okay, and they were taken by the Pima Animal Care Center.
The next time that you head to the movies, you could have your bags checked. Regal Entertainment has started to check some moviegoers' belongings across the country. This summer, there have been 2 deadly shootings, including one this month in Tennessee in movie theaters. On its website, Regal says customers' bags and backpacks are subject to inspection.
A group of men spring into action in Tennessee when they hear a woman screaming for help, making a citizen's arrest of a suspected purse thief. Video shows the moments right after that man is caught. Take a look.
Sir, don't ever do that again. Yes, ma'am. In the name of Jesus, you don't have to do that. If you had asked me for anything, I would have helped you. All of these people would have helped you. You don't have to do this.
That was the victim. They're pleading with the suspect. The man accused of trying to steal this woman's purse is also accused of stealing Krispy Kreme donuts. He's also a suspect in 4 other robberies. He's now facing a slew of charges, including multiple counts of robbery. And I guarantee you, he did not expect that to happen,
not at all.
especially the victim.
You don't normally see something like that happen afterward.
No.
Wow.
It's now 6:08. An Albuquerque attorney accused in a crime will be calling up some colleagues. Why a judge threw him off his own case. That's coming up.
Also coming up, how a